A woman who lives in the East Exchange says riverside encampments once cleared away are starting to come back. Lori Nealon is speaking out tonight after the province promised to move people from encampments and clean them up for good. And standing by live with the details is CTV's Jeff Keele. You know, Jeff, Nealon does have a point. The province launched the Your Way Home plan back in January. So what does it have to say about this?
Housing and Homelessness Minister Bernadette Smith says they did expect some encampments could repopulate as the weather warmed up, and they are working with teams of people to visit the areas to make sure once they are cleared away, it stays that way. A few weeks ago, Lori Nealon says she was able to walk on Waterfront Drive and not see any riverside encampments. That's because they'd been dismantled and the area cleaned up.
When all the encampments were gone, we were amazed and pleased and hopeful.
But in a matter of a week or two, Nealon says some tents and a lot of debris like grocery carts and mattresses were back.
We're very dismayed to see that, because our understanding was that was not to happen.
In January, Premier Wabkanu announced the province would begin housing people, remove the encampments, and make sure they're not re-established. So far, the province says they've placed 30 people into housing and dismantled 16 encampments.
These are folks that have wraparound supports. They're all successfully housed.
Housing and Homelessness Minister Bernadette Smith says they expected encampments could pop up again as the weather warms up. So they're renovating more housing units and working with their partner agencies.
We're working with Downtown Community Safety Patrol. We're also working with our partners that are doing outreach to go and, continually chat with these folks, to go back and ensure that they're not popping back up.
Keeping people from living in encampments could be harder than it seems.
You don't want to be bothered, and you just, go away.
Struggling with addictions and past trauma, Claudemir Biggity spent 10 years in an encampment before he was convinced to move. Even when he was placed in a home, it was a major adjustment. He set up a tent in the living room.
Couldn't sleep on my own bed, a bed that was provided for me, and blankets and pillows.
He now works at St. Boniface Street Links, who helped him get off the streets.
We think that we're going to end homelessness by getting people housed and building houses. We're not going to house our way out of the addictions crisis.
Minister Smith also said in the near future the province will have an update on the number of new housing units that are ready, how many more people have been moved from encampments, and how many more encampments have been dismantled.
All right, thanks for this, Jeff.